Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I am your host, Chantel Sierta Shakim, coming to you live for today's reading, okay? I would love to have a conversation. So welcome in, Tammy, welcome in. I am your host, Chantel Sierta Shakim. I come in here every day just to tap into universal energy and see what everybody else has to say. So welcome in, welcome in. If you don't mind tapping the screen and getting our friends into the room, welcome, welcome, welcome. And we're going to go ahead and dive on into this energy of today. I am on here 365 days. Today is my day number 169. So I have been challenged to come in here and just play with my little girl and show up as the queen that I am, as the title is, I am. What follows your I am, right? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We are going to just tap in and just see how the universe is supporting us in what we truly believe we say we are. I am, okay? So let's go ahead and get some cards out. The first card out is Firm Foundation. First, you have to know that you are who you say you are. I am what I say I am, a movie star. But I'm not a movie star, but, have no fear. But stand 10 toes down and don't wiggle it on who you say you are. Welcome in, Kansas. Welcome in, Prophetess Victoria. This is where we will truly begin to find that success, the abundance, our God-sent essence. This is how we have to tap into that I am. Say, I am sent you. And then do the greater works that I've told you to. This is where the foundation begins. And then we begin to be the embodiment of it. Everything is first a thought. Everything first is an idea. And then it is spoken. And then it is made manifest where we can hold it in this now reality. So are you ready to hold that success, that abundance of who you are? Okay, that's 2 cards. We're going to go ahead and get a couple more. I normally pull 7. So you have to begin to look at the world from a different perspective. As we all have found our direction here to this TikTok live, to this TikTok world, to this new opportunity to show up being true to you in ways you never have before. How is that working for you? How is that serving you in this now reality? Are you truly beginning to hone in on what makes you successful just because I am? Or are you still caught up in seeing things the way other people see them? This is called get a different perspective of who you are. If you have visions, if you have goals, if you have aspirations, inspirations that aspire you to be greater than what you find yourself being on an everyday, this is a place where we ask ourselves why, and then begin to move in the direction of the Most High. As these came out, the lovers show up. How are you being in partnership with God, with the universe, with those that support you, with your I am? How are you navigating your experience, knowing that this love relationship, knowing that love is the activator of all that you are? And are you utilizing that in a way to create your world, to light this world on fire, knowing everything, give thanks, is in the palm of your hands. We don't have to ask someone else to do it for us. We have to show up in that space of success for ourselves and know that those that support you will show up there as well. But you have to show up first, okay? And from that space, begin to fill your cup with more love, with more of what you desire, of your true essence. In the last days, it's going to be written in your heart. Your heart space is the bridge between the lowest frequency existence and the highest frequency existence? Are you loving this I am? Are you loving yourself unconditionally so that you can also love someone else? Ooh. We're going to tap on the heart space right now. This is some EFT movement. Sometimes our hearts are so heavy. Sometimes our hearts are so hardened as a coal, a lump of coal, because we've been hurt, because we've been pressured into boxes that no longer serve us. We've been showing up in ways that no longer serve us. This is a time that we can open our heart to receive the abundance of all that we would want, all that we would desire, and all that we need right now. But it starts with a decision. It starts with a knowing. It starts with allowing your heart to feel. Feel into your breath. Feel into your body. Feel into your thoughts, your wishes, and your dreams. And know that you can hold it. Ashe? Understanding that everything has been sent to grow us. All the past situations, all the ways of thinking, all the old belief patterns, all the failures, all the places of not feeling worthy enough, they have brought you to this point here. What are you going to do with it? You are the dream come true. What comes next truly does depend on you. Woo! Stay speaking, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. As we're going to just tap into the first card and the last card, and then we'll let the others fill in between as we dive into some of the Oracle Messenger cards. We're going to tap into our soul's journey, get some clear foundational direction from our soul. Then we're going to tap into the ancestral energy that we all behold. This is our I am. This is our royalty speaking up and speaking to our crown so that we can truly move forward to all the things that abound, knowing that this world is truly a flourishing oyster. You never know what you're going to get next unless you know for sure. And then we gonna move right in, all right? So this is the Page of Pentacles energy. Page of Pentacles is all about your material manifestation, standing on it, standing on what you believe, standing on what you hope for, standing on the path that is marked out for you. And not only standing on it, seeing it through, all right? So we will tap into the card Page of Pentacles, and then we'll get the message divinely from the author who wrote this book, and see how it supports. It says, I can be practical and realistic and still run ahead and meet my dreams. You can be practical and realistic and still run ahead to meet your dreams. The frequency that you hold, it affects this reality. And it is real, you know? But you can also be practical in the way that it feels as you show up and move in the direction of learning from the past. Understanding that the past doesn't last unless you stay there. They are speaking. The past doesn't last unless you stay there. So what are you moving toward? What is it that you desire? What is on the other side of that I am? All right. We are going to the Six of Cups, which is the last card of this 7-card pool from the tarot. And the Six of Cups says, I am at peace with my past. It has brought me to where I am meant to be. As I said, all the things that we've experienced has brought us to this right now moment. And how has it, and what can you learn from it that has brought you here? Are you still rehearsing old stories? Are you stronger because of what you've made it through? Where do you find that I am in you? How is it supporting you? Greetings, greetings, greetings. Yes, the regulation. Yes, that is to regulate that energy. You have to regulate your yin, your yang, your light, your dark, your shadow. You know, those things that have kept us stuck, those things that have kept us repeating patterns. We are now moving out of them. As I am in our royalty today, y'all, I got the royalty purple on, although it looks blue. But yeah, we got this royalty popping out with my lavender flower. So yes, I'm feeling very royal and divine, and I am seated on my throne in this. As the first card comes out is love. This is the energy that unlocks it all for us. Understanding that when you can truly, truly love yourself and others unconditionally, it truly allows that life force energy to bring more loving opportunities to you. As the lover, it's smack dab in the middle of the deck today, y'all. They said we said what we said. So let's see what this soul message is about love. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Remember that saying I was saying earlier this month, earlier in these readings? How good can it get? Even in the midst of a trial, even in the midst of in a challenging situation, how good can it get? Don't allow yourself to default to the worst case scenario. That's a common theme in our society because that's what we see. That's the essence of struggle, of lack, of worry, of separation, of having to fight all my life. No, it stops with me. And I take that authority as my ancestors are truly showing up to support me, saying, yes, love is the key that unlocks every door meant for me and for you, because you're here too. Okay? So it's seeing the good in all things, seeing the good in every situation, in how you show up, knowing that, hey, if it doesn't feel good, I can choose something different. I don't have to always be the strong one. I don't always have to know how to figure it out. I can allow the change to come. I don't have to keep doing it the way I've always done. Change is important in this evolution, in this revolution, in this death and rebirth experience. We must change. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over until we learn the lesson. But if you are feeling the crux of change and you're resisting, now you are choosing. And you are subject to what you choose. So change says, this is good. We give thanks. Change says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Ooh, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So how are you moving in your life? Are you moving in a direction that truly feels right? Or are you forcing and fighting and being out of alignment with truly what you are to be doing? What is your I am speaking to you right now? We'll take this one. It says empathy. It is saying you have to be grounded in seeing both sides of a situation, seeing the good in all things, understanding that what you see is in fact your reflection. Oh, literally and figuratively. As it says, I can be practical and realistic and still run ahead to meet my dreams. Are you able to see your reflection in all things? Empathy is here to teach us here. And it's purple like me. But it says, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. I said that, right? I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Understanding that we encompass it all as as we are in partnership with consciousness, the divinity, our Mother Nature, Mother Earth. We are all working out this experience together. And God is at the center of it. The way you think, the way you act, the things you believe, the lessons from the past. All of that is that I am in you. Woo! We give thanks. We're going to get one more card for our fourth one. And oh my God, you cannot make this up, y'all. Y'all seen it pop out. Peace. That is where you truly will begin to find peace. This is where you will truly, and it really is as above, love, so below. Because I know this card has something to do with love. Peace is your resolve to live in a state of love. I am a being of love, and I release all negativity. You don't have to entertain it. You can see it for what it is and love it. What is it here to teach me? I'm going to show up authentically. I'm not going to allow the conflict of not showing up as my I am to keep me in a space of dysregulation, a place of confusion, a place of misalignment. You have to stay the course. You have to truly begin to be practical and realistic in the way you show up in this world, knowing that change is necessary to grow, to evolve, to manifest what you desire into this reality, because it's all here. What do you say I am? This is going back into that root chakra energy. That is where we say, who am I? What am I here to do? Do I feel safe and secure and protected in this space of my I am? And if you don't, that's where the work begins. That's where the stabilization begins. You have to begin to work the energy, life force energy, your breath through your body, opening up that heart space as we did, so that the crown energy can penetrate to give you what you need. It's an evolution. It's an evolving. But do you have the capacity to hold that which you are being given? And you hold it in the heart space. So are you able to see the good in all things? That's how the heart expands. That's where the mind begins to receive the downloads of who, what, when, where, the signs, the syncreties, all coming together in oneness, in wholeness, as you showing up authentically. We give thanks. Now we are going to tap into our Secrets of the Ancestor deck. We're going to get a card from the ancestors and see how they are guiding us in this reading of our I am. And you know what? For those of y'all who still in the energy of wondering if, listening to tarot or doing tarot is of God, I want you to just trust yourself. Trust yourself. As the trickster is you. You are showing up in this way to hinder you. But you might blame it on God. You might blame it on Jesus. You might blame it on good, bad, whatever. The trickster is ego, which is our sense of safety and security, versus access. EXCESS. So do you want to be free to access your I am, or do you want to be safe in believing what the world around you says you are? Oh. Well, let's see what the ancestor says today. This is number 15. Woo, they saying, we speaking. Speak, Lord. Speak to me. All right, here we go. It says, I easily release anything that is holding me back. I easily release anything that is holding me back. Okay, y'all, come through now. What is holding you back? What is it that you say I am that doesn't hold your highest frequency? I am, fill in the blank. What do you say you are? Who do you say you are? How do you speak about your I am? What are the words that you send out to the universe to return to you that which you spoke? The power of life and death is in the tongue. What you speak, frequency, vibration, creation. It's you. Can you find that space of peace by bringing love into the situation? And again, releasing all negativity. Anything that keeps you stuck. Anything that keeps you from showing up. All right? So we're going to go into the medicine, ancestral medicine. And it says, this monster can represent depression. If you want something different, you need to do something different. Look beyond your vices. If you need help, get it. If you need help, get it. Hence, this is my plug for my alignment bootcamp coming up July the 5th. This is a free offer, completely free, 100% virtual, online, rewriting your story. Rewriting your story from the place of practicality, but bringing it into serving you now so that you can really begin to build on your I am. So this boot camp is going to help you create your own alignment blueprint. This is light code activation. This is DNA unlocking. This is transformation. And as my sister said, transfiguration. Okay? This is where we begin to show up in a way that serves us 100%. And we get very clear in our accountability circle to work through it. With this offer, you also get 8 coaching sessions with me. This is practicality. This is working through your alignment. This is taking it bit by bit and beginning to recreate from the highest vibration, connecting to whoever serves you in this lifetime as you serve them, as it collectively moves your energy. We will be utilizing breath work. We will be utilizing spiritual baths. We will be utilizing guided meditations. We will be using Reiki energy or energy exchange. If you don't feel comfortable with Reiki, if you're more comfortable with laying on of hands, yes, that's what we're going to be doing. But it's all energetically because we're not even going to be in the same vicinity. But to whom much is given, much is required. And this is a requirement for me. So this is on the professional level. I come in here and I play with my little girl, and this is also a part of me. And divine channel energy sources information through me, which it does in my professional life as well, working with clients. So this is a very important and priceless call to those who are ready. Come on in the room. We're doing this together, but it is all about alignment. So we're going to move into our chakra energy because we will also be tapping into my book, Aligned and Crowned, The Wheel Within the Wheel. It is where we begin to move the energy of our I am, of our life force, of God essence that gave us this life to activate what comes next. I'm immediately reminded of that book, devotion called Purpose Driven Life. Purpose Driven Life was a very strong foundation of really aligning by biblical pretense to your life. But now it's like, are you embodying it? Are you embodying it? Because that's the next level. And the only way you can embody is through alignment. Ooh. So the card that came out, it flopped right all over there, is soul healing. In this alignment boot camp, your soul will begin to enlighten. It will begin to burn away those calluses and hard areas in your heart so that you can truly begin to channel the energy of your I am, not only from a place of survival, but also from collective consciousness, God knowingness. If he said it, you believe it, amen, ashe, okay? And it doesn't have to get any more complicated than that. And the he is in me, the hope of glory. Okay? So this is where the soul work begins. This is where soul healing comes in. You know, we want to experience life more abundantly. We want to die and go to heaven, some of us. Some of us know that there's life after death. So it's not oh, I'm done. No, because you still got to do your work. You still have to come into this knowingness. You still have to begin to see the truth and allow that truth to set you free. As it is also talking to me. Woo! Number 35, soul healing. Number 35, it says, open to receive deep soul healing now. Embrace the support of pure love to guide, it says, and accept the gift, the support of pure love to guide my healing journey. We're going to ring that in. And I'm going to read it again. Okay. It says, I am open to receive deep soul healing now and embrace the support of pure love to guide my healing journey. Pure love, y'all. It's uncomfortable because it's always that edge of what is they trying to do. But if that day is you gain authority right then and there. I am trying to do this. And understand everybody's working through their own. But the way that you show up will truly begin to hold. And you have to release the negativity. You have to release the negative beliefs. You have to show movement in the situation. You have to lead with love. Show compassion. See both sides of a situation. And understand that there's ego and there's access. Which do you want? Which do you want? It's all available. Ancestor said one more card and then we will get ready to close out. If anyone has any questions or comments in the chat, please show them out. These cards popped out. So this is where it says first on top is risk it all. Risk it all to have what you believe. Risk it all. This is the deviant energy, the tower energy. Let it all crumble. Let it all work out. But it might feel like it's crumbling. But stand in your I am. It says, risk it all and chaos and destruction. When you move in the frequency of love, it may come at you in different ways. But you have to truly begin to stay in that love frequency for you. Risking it all as you do. Loving myself. Me first, then you. Giving to myself allows me to have something to give to you. If this something that I'm giving to you is not in alignment with what you want, in the energy of love, and that's all I got for you. I got nothing but love for you, baby. You know, then that's for you. That's where the chaos, that's where the destruction, that's where the breaking down to build up comes in. But you first have to fill your cup. You also have to see things differently. And you have to truly Love yourself unconditionally. I tell you, when I did a Madly in Love with Me challenge in February, things shifted majorly for me, because you are all you got, but you also reflect that which comes into your beingness, into your vicinity. That is your reflection too. That might be where you were, that might be where you're going, or that might be where you don't want to be. Okay? All reflections of me. So then you have to navigate that accordingly in your I am frequency. So we're going to read number 23 first. That's that number 5, y'all. We leading the pack in freedom and not lack, knowing that everything is abundant and available for me. But sometimes it feels like you got to risk it all. And this says, I am passionate about my next step. I am passionate about my next step. It says, stop tiptoeing. Your ancestors were brave in ways that you cannot even imagine. Acknowledge their lessons of courage within your own journey. Our ancestors were brave beyond what we could imagine. Are we willing to take those same brave moves, knowing there's royalty in our DNA, and everything that they did, so shall we too, and even greater. Ooh. So then, sometimes you got to crumble. You got to be at your lowest low to begin to rebuild from this 10 toes down, not moving it, being practical, being realistic, seeing what is truly presenting and saying, yes, do I want this or do I not? And understand that things are always moving. Things are always moving. Look at this. This is the deviant, but it's also the creator. What you say? Queen of Wands energy. But we are going to read number 16, the deviant, and see what the message says in this chaos and destruction. I am ready. Simple as that. Are you ready for what happens next? Knowing that it's all working for me. How good can it get? Everything that I desire desires me also. And I attract it by truly being me. That's it. That's all. And release the things that no longer serve. The ancestral medicine says we all have monsters, abusers, enslavers, and enslavers in our bloodline. You are not your past, and you are not your family. Gift yourself with a trauma-informed therapist, coach, or practice that will help you move through that. There's good and bad on both sides. In the chaos and the destruction, those are those ancestors that are saying, hey, all we got to do is war. We got to battle. We got to this. But we also have those ancestors who are saying, no, stay seated on your throne. You are victorious. You've already won. Which one are you going to listen to? Which one do you truly know for sure? Which has been your experience? And are you now in a position to rewrite the story to serve your highest expression? It's all me. The moment we know it's all within, the moment we rise up into something different, into the love frequency, where we self-actualize in a space of empathy, knowing that we can change. And in that space of change, we find our peace, understanding that just as peace says, I am a being of peace. And I release all negativity. That's it. That's all. I am the peace. So nobody can disturb me. my peace, because I bring it with me, because I am it. It embodies me and I embody it. And I'm going to maintain it even in the midst of the chaos, because I know my resolve is love. Love is all there is. Sometimes we have to be the light in the darkness and stand until somebody else takes your hand and says, hey, let's partner in this together. Let's do this together. But until then, continue to fill your own cup, knowing that the overflow will help fill others up as well. Ashe? So the last card we're going to pull today is from, two cards just fell out, is from the Goddess Rising deck. And the Goddess Rising, the first one out is Sekhmet. Sekhmet energy is such a divine goddess energy. And it is number 15, also saying number 6. It is a fierce love energy. But it ain't gonna play either. This is the wounded healer. This is don't play with yourself. This is move out of those things that keep you stuck. Be a warrior for your healing, for your life, for your best life now. You, Sekhmet energy, has to do that. We'll read from the book to see what other, this is also balancing that shadow and the light. Taking your seat on your throne. Understand you are royalty. What you say, Sekhmet? Okay. This is a frequency, y'all. This is an embodiment also. And it says, it is safe to put myself first. What did I say? What did I just say before I even pulled this card? It is safe to put yourself first. Let's tap on that heart space a little bit more right now. It says, heal thyself. Everyone gets the best except everyone gets your best except you. You are a healer among your tribe. Stop putting your needs last. The embodiment. What did you decide? When did you decide to be a martyr? Take a breath. Whew. Wounded healers hold sadness, rage, and fear of brokenness. Being a warrior wasn't a choice of our beloved foremothers. They did the best they could. But being a goddess warrior for us is knowing that we have the choice not to fight all the time. We get the choice to not fight all the time. It says, take this deep dive question. What are your swords, the weapons you use to fight? And what are the shields? And what are the shields? The way you defend yourself. Dare to lay the burdens down along with your sword and shield. Lay it down. You don't have to fight. You can stay in the energy of love. And it's all right. It's all right there. But you have to truly speak up. You can't be silenced. You can't say, oh, I'm going to go along to get along. No. Your harvest is in your voice. In you speaking your truth. This is where your abundance will show up. Speak up. Look at that. The abundance of your waters, your cups, your air, fire, water, and earth, all right here. But you have to speak into it to receive that which you desire. Speak out. What is your I am? You have to speak it to receive it. Believe it. Know it. Yeah. You got to know what you want. This is number 33 energy. Speak up. All right? Mommy Crumbly Bang. It says, I reclaim my voice. I speak out and I speak up. This is what this whole journey has been about. You know, me coming in as your soul guide to speak up, to look, I'm your soul guide, speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. This is what I'm doing. This is the essence of receiving the abundance. And it's something I never knew until I just said, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to risk it all, play with my little girl, and throw it up, and see what fits, sticks, okay, or fits. Does it fit the narrative that I say I am? If not, I don't even give it no more energy. I continue on my journey, knowing that the more I show up unapologetically, the more the world will serve me. The universe will serve me. Other people will serve me because I am also serving them. It's that reciprocity. It's that giving and taking energy. It's that ma'at energy. It's the balance and harmony energy. It's like, okay, what is the value that you see in me? And then allowing that to also reflect it in exchange. You know, we give, we receive. It says, you are betraying yourself by not speaking up. Your words have power. As I've said, y'all been hearing me. Own your voice. As the old saying goes, stand up for something or fall for anything. Being neutral is not an option. When you stand firmly in your truth, you have thoughts, opinions, beliefs, and convictions. You have to stand strong in who you are. What do you stand for? Tell somebody today, I reclaim my voice, I speak out, and I speak up. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Thank you for the heart me. Any other content creators in the building? Welcome, Kiki. Welcome, Kiki. We are balancing this energy, y'all, of this deviant. We are tapping into the chaos and the destruction. We're also tapping into the peace. We're tapping into the love. Of course, we're tapping into having empathy and changing through movement while we risk it all. Knowing that the wounded healer is here to serve. But you have to allow your soul to have that healing. Balancing the ego and excess. To truly begin to learn from the past. As you fill your cup with something that will last. If you're filling your own cup, you're not depending on anyone else. You are feeling it. I am. And then you begin to create more experiences. You see it in the palm of your hand, what you have said. And you begin to partner with those that see it too, that love you. You partner with your soul, your divine essence, your God energy that allows you to see things differently, to actually have the space to hold empathy. And this is really where the success lies. This is where everything that you desire comes forth from the inside. But you have to have the firm foundation of what do you say you are. You are what you say you are. A superstar. So have no fear. You know, that song. I felt it in my soul and it felt good. So yes, next step. Sign up for the Alignment Bootcamp. If you haven't already, I've recapped what you'll be getting, which is a huge value, and I am offering it in exchange for change, in exchange for commitment, in exchange for participation in doing this work within the circle, within the space of other women just like you and me, or men if they come through, they welcome too, who want to do this. We'll create our alignment blueprint. I will unlock the DNA, ancestral DNA. I will unlock your divine royalty DNA, where you will be able to step into the next part of your journey by giving you practical tools. Okay? Practical tools. Nothing that isn't gonna kill you, except it may change you, the way you used to be to how you now show up. And that kind of is a death and a rebirth. But understand, we get to have heaven on earth now. On earth as it is in heaven. The crown. Where are you getting your information? Is it only in a distorted, dysregulated place of I am? Or are you in this space of soul sovereignty? Understanding that the heart is the key that bridges these frequencies. So, remember, you are the vision. You are the power. You are the voice. You are the dream come true. What happens next truly does depend on you. Until next time, go on over to the YouTube page, Circle of Sister Table Talks, where all of these messages will be put in their entirety. If you haven't joined our school community, please come on over there and you can get a little bit more of this. If you want to transform and transfigure your life in the next 8 weeks, join me in this free online experience of Alignment Bootcamp. This is where you are truly going to get loved up. Your cup is going to overflow, and you're going to truly begin to see just how magical you are. Until next time, sending you all so much love. Good night.